Welcome, it's SVPod. I am here. Big man is here. Back from the fellas trip.
Yes. Fantastic.
Red is here. Gordo will be checking in. He's on a clock.
He's on the clock.
How much time is on the clock for Gordo?
60
He signed up for 60
seconds.
You go 0 for the first three majors. No one wants to hear your bullshit about FRLs and all these explanations about how golf's the easiest sport to bet on. Enough. But he's our guy. We ride with our guy. He's 0 for. We're going to give him one last bite of the apple.
Should we give the stats? I have them.
Oh, Steve.
He did tweet out a double hammer after the U.S. Open for the Travelers, and he did hit it. Now, I think there's a couple other. Now, no one wants to hear it because that wasn't on the pod. But still, there is the Twitter feed. He hasn't thrown in the towel. He's still going with it. 3 for 10 double hammers in 2025, minus 56 units. 18 for 31 all-time, plus 102 units.
Not elite sequencing this year.
No.
However,
give him a chance. He's our guy.
Golf, that one swing. The light comes on. I've got it. That's all we need.
Yeah, just don't say it's the most predictable sport.
That's the thing.
Right?
See,
it's about the presentation.
The arrogance comes before the fall. That's how it works. Head down, commitment to the grind. We're going to give Gordo 60.
How are your mentals?
It was a tough day yesterday, Steve. It was a tough day. I missed Big Dumper season. He put on a show, I guess.
Yeah, tough watch.
Yeah, we're got to sort that out.
Yeah,
I didn't see a second of it. But,
why not?
Well, do I really begin here?
Yes, let it out. We're going to get questions answered.
I don't know that I'm mentally cut out for travel. Those of you that recall the A6 fiasco, well, that plane's been gone. Day after the national title game, it led to great content. It led to lots of bonding. I was not dressed as a crazy European on Monday, but the travel was far, far worse. That day, back in January, when I proclaimed it's the PJ life for me exclusively, I lied to you, to myself. I just lied.
America.
The world. And I am not capable of exclusively traveling in the PJ lane because, well, it's not an inexpensive proposition.
Mm-hmm.
I just am telling you, I may not be able to do it if I have to go through what I went through over the course of Monday again. And Monday, for many, I believe, was a tough travel day. There was lots of cancellations.
Sunday, too.
Well, as a side note or sidebar, and maybe this is the root of all of it, what is going on with these every single day we have biblical thunderstorms where we live?
I've never seen anything like it, and it's getting me to another discussion about a purchase that I have to make. I've come to that we could talk about after this, but you're
no, I want to know what
generator. I have to.
We've covered this.
It's unbelievable.
I'm just telling you. Years ago, before Superstorm Sandy, my wife said we need a generator. I said we're never going to use it. Who's always right, wifey? Who's the only house on the street that had power after that storm came ripping through? Us. Why? Because we had a generator. I don't care what it is. They're expensive, but guess what? If the power's going to go out every day, pour some petrol in there, or spend for the bigger model.
But yes, to your point, yeah, all right, I'll buy a generator in a second.
Yeah.
How's it going in and installation and working?
Well, I got a number. You call it, what my dad say, Buzz, you got to have a guy. Right. I got a guy.
Okay.
Actually, I got a gal. Good folks will sort you out. I'm going to give them a plop. Boyland Electric. They'll sort you right out. Done. Get you a Jenny. Fire up the Jenny.
Check the prices.
Again, it's like
You
it's like the PJ life.
Do I-
You
do you
want to
have
be
a-
sitting
do
there
you-
in the dark?
No,
Or
do
you
you-
want to be sitting at C7?
Is there
No, excuse me, C8.
a promo code if you use hashtag SVP?
No, they didn't know that they were going to get a pop. I'll send him an email. Let
There
him
we
know
go.
that my guy Steve's calling. Give him the friends and family.
Yeah.
So Monday, wait, I got to go back to Saturday.
Yeah.
And I want to be careful here because I realize airline travel is difficult. Aviation is a challenge. But American Airlines, you got to tighten some stuff up. Steve?
I am currently 5 for 5. Just the places that we've NBA Finals. We had to go there to go to Indiana. I'm currently in the middle of 6 flights I have to take. 5 for 5. The last 5 flights. Delays, no explanation, and then it's just one word.
Mechanical.
How about a heads up if it's mechanical?
Here's the thing about it. That's a catch-all. They can say it to you, and then they could say anything. Yeah, we got a crustacean infestation on the manifold. There's shrimp. You could just say words that don't even mean anything. No one knows. But you're going to get on a plane. You want it to work. We get it.
Yeah, just give me a heads up on time.
This has been my argument forever. Just don't lie to us. We'll have an update in 15 minutes. No, you won't. No, you won't. That's a lie. We had a mechanical Saturday. We're heading down to Jacksonville to meet the newest family member. Family's all excited. Off we go. Well, we sat in a ground stop for 2 hours because, well, of course, there were thunderstorms. Biblical. Skittles on the Doppler. Reds, yellows, greens. And again, no one wants to fly through that. We want to be safe. That's the priority, of course. Of course. This is the Louis C.K., of course, but maybe, right? Of course we want to be safe, but maybe you could kind of let us know what's going on. After the 2-hour ground stop on Saturday due to thunderstorms, then we go to take off, and then, oh, what do you know? Mechanical. Plane doesn't work. So the 2-hour ground stop prevented us from finding out that the plane didn't work. So now after the 2 hours just sitting there on the plane, now the plane doesn't work. Now we get off. Now we know. Probably not going to go anywhere, are we? It's late in the day Saturday. As we get off, my wife, by the way, is a genius in many things. She is a savant when it comes to travel.
Unbelievable.
She really should she ought to just run a travel agency out of the house. She's got an app called Flight Tracker Elite.
GPT?
I don't know what it is, but she knows where the planes are. She's like an air traffic controller / travel savant. There's a plane leaving at Dulles. We could go there. I'm like, we're at National. They're going to try to fix this plane. And it's like being on a game show, Steve,
Yes.
because you're here. Now, they're trying to fix this one, but we're already 50-50 because there's a mechanical. What is it? Who the fuck knows? Not me, and not the guy in the red vest with the screwdriver that I saw walk down the jetway. But we're here, and you feel like an idiot if you got in a car and then tried to get to Dulles to catch a flight, only to find out this plane takes off, then you get to Dulles and something happens with that one. Mm-hmm. We're here. We're kind of pot committed. Let's just ride it out. Needless to say, the Dulles flight takes off on time, goes to Jacksonville. The national flight is canceled. There'll be no trip to Jacksonville today. That's how our trip begins. We go back home. Now we got to rebook Sunday. Head down, meet the newest family member. A delight. The youngest, she's just a doll. So now we got to get up early, go Sunday. We go on a different airline. Friendly Skies, United, got us right down there. Now we come back home Monday. So our weekend-long trips now are not even 24 hours. That's okay. Monday, we're heading back home. We got to see the fam. Good time.
Got a pod to tape Tuesday.
For America. Gordo. You got obligations. Now we reach the red meat of this story. Monday morning, we get the note, man, that 11:50 delayed. Why? Mechanical. My wife gets on the app. Oh, the plane's still in Philly. What happened? Don't know. Our plane is supposed to be in Jacksonville, still in Philly.
Mechanical.
Yep, mechanical. It's going to take off at 1 o'clock. All right, flight's taking off at 1. We'll be okay. Flight takes off out of Philly at 1. We're monitoring the bird. Going to be here. We're going to board at 2:08. Plane lands. Hot damn, here we go. We're heading home. No, we're not. Guess why, Steve? One word.
Mechanical.
They had to check the plane again. Fire up the guy in the red vest with the screwdrivers. He's heading down the jetway. This plane's jacked up. Again, of course, we would prefer it be safe, but maybe we could figure out what's wrong with the plane in Philly. No. This is when we were informed our pilots are going to clock out.
Yep.
They got to take off by 4 or we don't have pilots.
You ever see how fast they leave, too?
Hey, man, I don't blame them.
That's what I'm saying. That's how bad it is. They know. But again,
We're very sorry for your inconvenience. So are we. I should tell you, Steve, that across from C8, there was another gate going where? To National. Wifey goes, there's seats on that plane. You want to get on that plane? Now we're playing Let's Make a Deal again. Well, they're working our plane. You'd feel like a real bozo if you went to that gate to get on that flight, which, by the way, is going later than ours.
Mm-hmm.
We're still scheduled to leave earlier.
Doesn't matter.
We're good. I saw that guy with the red vest. He looks like he can figure it out. Wife goes over to the gate agent at the other gate. Hey, there's seats on this plane. Can we get on it? Oh, you have to call American. You do?
What?
Oh, okay. So she comes back. I don't know if you call them. There's all these flights delayed. I said, you really want to call them, be sitting on hold? They're going to tell us in a minute we can get on this plane. We're going to have an update in 15 minutes about our flight. 15 becomes 30, becomes an hour. Kids are doing a pretty good job, but now the airport terminal is filling with people. The despair is building among the masses. Children are screaming. The only reason I'm not is because it's not socially acceptable. And again, I'm not famous, but maybe I'm famous enough. They're like, is that guy? He's having an episode. Oh, it's an A6? Oh, no, it's C8 this time. I'll just try to speed this up and let you know that the flight that we weren't on, that we could have got on, that flight boards and takes off. My wife says to our gate agent, she's like, yeah, we were going to try to get on there, but she told us that we had to call. She said, no, you don't. She could have just put you on that plane. I could have too. So she lied to us because she just didn't feel like doing it? Yes, that's what happened.
Don't lie to wifey.
I can handle it. Just tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Don't lie. Well, lies were told. Now, I told you we should trust the guy with the vest. We got it figured out. The guys haven't clocked out. We get to take off, and we're airborne. Hallelujah. Only the problem is all of this time that we are kicking the can down the road, thunderstorms of biblical proportions are building to the west of Washington, D.C., and now we are racing the clock. Or we are racing the wet front. And the whole way home, you're racing it, and you're like, we got to get there. We got to get there. I don't know if we're going to get there. We reached the part in the flight where we're now low enough that the phone works. I wasn't on Wi-Fi, but now my phone works. As my phone comes on, I see the text thread of all the friends. It rains here every day. Biblical. Text from mom. I hope you're not trying to land now. I've never seen it rain this hard. Captain gets on. Yeah, we're going to, it's going to be kind of bumpy here. We're going to try to beat this weather in, but we're not. It just buckle up. Roger.
Copy.
Oh, copy. Fine. I'm buckled up.
Ride the lightning.
Thank you. We're ready to go. We're bumping along. You can look out to the left, and let me tell you, brother, there's some thunderclap, some of those big old thunder heads that are just the ceiling or whatever the hell they're called. They look ominous. We're bouncing. We're bumping. Okay, we're going to get there. It's been a day. Not that bad. People have had worse. We'll be good. We're very sorry. They're always sorry. We're very sorry to inform you. We're not going to be able to land at National. The plane in front of us tried, and the winds are just, and it sounded bad.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that. Again, of course, you'd rather be safe. But maybe we'll just go land at Dulles or BWI or Richmond in a worst case. We got enough fuel to make it. We're going down to Norfolk. Norfolk? Norfolk, Virginia? The Scope? The Monarchs? ODU? What? That's where we're going to land? Weather in Norfolk is sunny. Of course it's sunny in Norfolk. Can we circle for a little bit and go to Dulles? No, now we're in Norfolk. We were supposed to be home. We could have got on the C9 flight. We were lied to. Didn't take that. Let's make a deal. We picked the wrong curtain. We picked the wrong box. Now we're in Norfolk. We get off the plane. Wifey, Savant, there's a flight at 8:10 on United. Book it! She's booked the flight to flying home. We're going to be all right. Kids are starving. We stop in a restaurant. I wish I knew the name of it. The folks there were wonderful. They took good care of us. I tried to take good care of them. Bartender, by the way, he said, you like Cal Raleigh in the home run derby? I said, it's big dumper season. You're welcome.
Plus 290.
Handing out winners. We get it. We get our meal.
Amidst chaos.
Trying to keep a good humor. Trying to be a leader of the family. Trying not to sink into despair. Because the kids are looking to you for an example. We kept it together. Wifey's a rock. I'm the wild card. All right, we're good. We get a meal. We're going to head to the B gates. We're walking. Wifey stops. Oh, no. Flight to Dulles is canceled.
Oh, shit.
All right. Rental car. We'll head to the rental car desk. Maybe an Uber. Fires up an Uber.
You know how to use Uber.
Pretty good on that app. No big deal. Fired up. I don't know if this is a shock to people, but on a random Monday in July, not a lot of folks in Norfolk that are sitting around waiting for a fare to Bethesda. So they're searching for a driver, not finding one. No one wants to take a family of 5 in an Astro van north. We're waiting. There is no Uber driver. We go to hit for the cycle on the Hertz.
You're getting dicey time, too, because they'll just close on a Sunday.
Oh, they were open. But there were no cars. No cars, no cars, no cars, no cars.
In Norfolk.
There are no cars available in Norfolk. All right? Again, wifey, genius, savant. There's cars at the, hell's the name of it? 15 minutes away. Not Newport News. Newport News Airport, 15 minutes away. We're going to get an Uber to Newport News. We're going to get in that car there. We got a car. We're on the way. All right. We're starting to walk. As we're walking, wait, Southwest flight. Baltimore. Let's go. Now
oh my God.
We're like an amoeba. We're an organism. We're following our leader. She's leading us to hope. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're heading to the Southwest gate. 5 kids, and they are doing great. So proud of them. Heading to Southwest. Get to the Southwest desk. Oh, that flight's been canceled. We have no Ubers. We have no cars. We have no flight to Dulles. We have no flight to BWI.
Boat.
We're going to Newport News. Phone rings. Newport News. We don't have any cars. Who did we offend? What have we done? We have nowhere to go. Well, I guess we're just going to have to go to an airport and come back here. I mean, go to a hotel and come back here tomorrow and have American tell us that there's no flight or there's a mechanical. No, thank you. We need help. At this point in the story, a hero emerges. Here comes Marcus. Marcus was a man I passed at the rental car place who says to me as he walks by, hey, anybody ever tell you look like that guy? That guy that's just trying to get home. Good to see you. Thanks. We got to go to Southwest. Don't break stride. That was Marcus. Marcus just appears at the Southwest desk. He follows our family because he could sense the despair. We turn around. He goes, what do you need? I said, buddy, it's a long list. We just got to trying to get home. No rental cars. He goes, I can help you find a car. Say that again. Because there are all these cancellations, they keep a reserve of cars because you're expecting people to get there, but now they're canceled. They can't get there. He has a car. You have a car? We'll take anything. I'll get on the fucking moped from Dumb and Dumber. I'll strap the kids to my back and we'll putt home. I don't care. I'm in my brain. I'm in dad mode. I got to get my family home. He provided not a moped, very significant SUV. Everybody was in it. We're heading home at 8, whatever it is, 3 hours on the clock. Hit it. We're heading home. Feeling good.
You're behind the wheel.
I'm a dad. This is my family. I'm the leader of this pack, and I'm going to get us home. It's right around Richmond that we hit the single worst thunderstorm I've ever driven through in my entire life. It was like a stage 5 hurricane, and there's tractor trailers everywhere, and they're doing the hazards, which, by the way, you're not supposed to do because it makes it more confusing.
Got it.
My young son behind me, who's very much gets nervous about stuff, he had seen all the lightning. He's like, Dad, is that lightning? We lied to him, said it was heat lightning. Don't worry about it. It was not heat lightning. It was fucking lightning. Now we're driving into a stage 5 hurricane, and I hear from behind me my son say, Dad, can you see? The correct answer at that point was not really, but that's what I said. And that made him pretty nervous. But I'm like, no, I can see it good enough. We're fine. I'm going to go slow. We make it home, 11:30. Kids are wiped out. I don't know if anybody brushed their teeth. I think they did.
Who cares? Go to bed.
Marcus, who is, I believe, the king of National Enterprise Alamo, maybe the whole lot. You, sir, were an angel sent from above on a day when American Airlines did us no favors. The universe conspired against us. You, sir, you walked out of the clouds. You gave us the keys to a Yukon, and we got home. And here's the thing about this story. Nothing about it is particularly unusual. The Norfolk piece was a little bit of a whatever, but this is just what air travel is every single day, and I'm not cut out for it because I was losing my mind throughout the day, and I just don't understand the delays, the lack of information, and then just the outright lies. It's a lot in the face of the air traveler. And if you're out there sitting at a C8 today, my thoughts and prayers are with you that you get where you're going safely. Of course, safely. But maybe if there's a mechanical, they could give you a heads up to go over to the other gate so you can get home.
Yeah, it's rough. And if you say we're going to have an update in 15 minutes, you're lying, and that's the rule. Stop lying. I had a flight this past week, and we get on the flight. It's warm. It's getting warm. Now, travel tip to anyone, you could laugh or not. I always wear pants, and I wear some kind of shoe because, as you saw on your flight home from Indianapolis a couple weeks that I took a picture of,
chilly.
It could get -10 with AC in these planes or whatever. So I'm sitting in 2A. It's warm, and I'm like, yeah, I think I can make this. Isn't normal, but I think I can make it. We got to check the air conditioning. It's freezing in the back and not the same temperature throughout the plane. I look to the back. There are 4 women in, say, 20A, and I can barely. It's like the beginning scene in Empire Strikes Back. The schnoz, it's blowing every which direction, and they're just sitting there in like a tank top, just frozen. I'm like, oh my god! Guy goes up, goes to the bathroom.
Frozen. It's like this. It's like Elsa's going to come out of the back.
It's unbelievable. And guy goes to the bath. The bathroom's in the back. Comes back. He's like, it's freezing back there. And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, how do we figure this out? We got a mechanical. It should be a couple minutes. Come out. Oh, this could be deferred. Okay. Yeah, the tech guys think it could be deferred. All right. Another 45 minutes on the plane, 90 degrees out or 100. Come back. Nope, can't be deferred. We're going to have to deplane. I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Once you get off the plane, it's curtains.
And I'm not in a rush at all. At all. Get out. I'm an American. I'm in E, that Wolfgang Puck restaurant right there. Fantastic. Best lemon pepper shrimp salad you'll ever have.
We did not have a lemon pepper shrimp salad option yesterday.
All of a sudden, the problem is you get these alerts now before the desk knows. And there's like, oh, the computers, we can't keep track of what.
Lies.
You're on the plane. Somebody's hitting a button to send it to the alert.
Everyone's lying.
So then I'm flying back from Birmingham, lovely Birmingham. We're sitting there, take off 10:51. I'll start walking over. We're supposed to board at 10:20. Go over there, 10:30, 10:40. And there's a couple women steaming, just staring at the front gate people. 10:51 comes.
Bubbling, simmering,
nothing.
irate.
And I hear the guy, yeah, we're going to, and they start changing people's flights that were connecting. I'm like, oh, God.
Here we go.
Here we go. All of a sudden, behind the desk, Washington, D.C., 6 p.m. Guy in the back. Oh, hell no. No way. No way. That can't be right. I'm sitting there patiently. I go grab like a yogurt parfait. I'm just taking it all in.
So if you're keeping track, we've had a lemon pepper shrimp and a
No. That was 2 different flights.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 different flights.
Oh, we had mechanicals on both.
Yeah, one was D.C., one was Birmingham. And we're just sitting there boiling. And finally it becomes 11:15. 11:15 comes. Usually when you're 11:15, you board half hour, 20 minutes before.
Wait a minute. At night?
No, in the morning. Sunday morning.
Well, when was the 6 p.m.?
That's what flashed.
Oh.
So the guy that yelled hell no, he's like, all right. Then we get an alert. No one at the front desk knows. Alert says 11:15 on the app. Okay. 11:15 comes. We're going to start beginning the boarding process. Okay. First class boards. I'm sitting there, and now I'm waiting for the ladies that were just bubbling. She gets on the plane and looks at flight attendant and points her finger right in her face, and she's like, that is completely fucking inexcusable. Have a great day. And just walks to the back. And I'm like, man, that's going to be pretty awkward because they're going to come offer you snacks. It's not the flight. The flight attendant's the last person.
That's correct.
And watching them handle the scene of the Empire Strikes Back on the flight there, I was like, wow, the established patience you acquire being a flight attendant is like no other.
And to the point you're making, it was not that woman's fault.
No.
And that's why we must not direct our frustration and anger towards people that have nothing to do with it, that are there to try to help.
Yeah.
There was never any I would say to the person who said you have to call, that's completely unacceptable because that's not true. That's not true.
I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but somebody could get an explanation.
The whole system needs to be rebooted in a way that is a bit more friendly and transparent, to use the word of the day, with the person that's funding it. And that's just not what happens. My daughter, by the way, got tricked into eating cauliflower chips. That was not a happy moment for her. She's like,
on the plane?
She's like, I ate cauliflower chips. I'm like, my son took them. I said, son, you don't want those. Those are cauliflower. Again, we got the basket of the elaborate snacks. I'm like, we don't have the Biscoffs. Could just get 50 Biscoff. There'll be none of that. Shout out to my guy Keith. He was a flight attendant. He got his wings. He on the flight that ended up landing in Norfolk.
Wings.
Yeah, he'd been going through his training process, and now he's officially.
Oh, I thought you meant buffalo wings. Like when you land.
Wings. He's officially. He was a very nice man, very helpful. And that crew, by the way, they're as bummed as you. The captain, who was awesome, he was like, man, we've been flying for 4 days. We've had nothing but problems along the way. Believe me, they flew out of D.C. We want to get home too. And I feel for them because all they have is a bunch of irate people. The Norfolk sequence of events, the dominoes falling as they did. Again, if it weren't for Marcus, I don't know what would have become of us.
Whew.
But didn't see the home run derby. I guess it was fun. I guess.
Yeah, to an extent.
Okay.
Bad crowd. They weren't into it.
Probably
Atlanta.
Probably
Did you see what's going on in Atlanta?
That's a wide berth. There's a lot of things going on.
Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday.
Okay.
SEC Media Day.
Got to ask you a question about that, by the way.
Yep. All-Star festivities.
Okay.
And a couple other things in downtown or midtown I was reading.
Also,
just chaos.
Well, it's probably also 93 with equal humidity,
Yeah.
I would guess. I'm going to give the crowd a break on that. It's probably super hot.
That's hot. Every home run derby fans have been
I
into
guess
it
that's
before,
fair.
You know?
I didn't see any of it. I was driving through a monsoon to get my family home as a heroic father could.
There's one question.
I'm ready to answer.
Do we go back to the outs where it's not timed and you're there till 12:30 at night? Because that seems what people want now. Because the time thing, you can't see. They can't show the home runs on one screen.
That's the problem, is that you
don't have back. Boomer.
Right now, there's just mayhem on the screen.
Everybody's StatCast is great, But again, there's not enough screen time. You're trying to show home run stadium. And these guys, we had a 500-foot home run.
O'Neal.
It landed on a roof outside of the stadium. That's like 1,000 feet.
1,000. Correct. That's the proper math on that. But this is the broadcast of it has become.
It's hard, man.
It's taken what we are, which is a society of people who are unable to pay attention to anything for more than 3 seconds, and it's gone too far. We're capable of. It's Monday night in July. There's nothing else to do. We'll watch the home run. We don't need multiple home runs flying simultaneously and mayhem on the screen. I'm with you.
I think there's a way you could do it. Take the clock out, but do outs and then total pitches. Because then Sosa, when he won in Atlanta, abused it. He was taking 2 pitches to every swing. There's a fine line in there where you could do outs, but the number of pit balls you have in the BP throwers bucket.
Almost maybe a clock on you have to swing in a certain period of time. Does that make sense? Like not pitches, but maybe there's some way to figure it out. I don't know. I'm probably doing too much.
But I don't want to take any credit away from Cal Raleigh, because the other thing, this is where I kind of lost it. He won on a decimal point. Rooker tied him, and then it was
distance of home runs, which Steve and I don't know if you know this, we're home run truthers.
I mean,
the distances are never right.
Rooker's sitting there. He's got his wife, little baby, and you're going to tell this guy he lost by 0.1 of a foot because of a stupid StatCast? I would be.
That's apparently what happened.
I would have been SVP irate level at the airport.
I wasn't irate yesterday.
No, I have the text. Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
We text each other. We just call each other Big. So I texted yesterday, Big, checking in. Did you get back okay? Oh, fuck no. Just diverted to Norfolk. Not irate. Defeated. And then Marcus came.
But I felt defeated. But again, Dad and Mom must at all times project the unified and optimistic front. You can't let your kids you can't let them see you believing we're stuck in Norfolk. There's no I was about to really find out what I was made of after the Newport News call, the Southwest desk. Now I don't know. And again, the easy answer is just go to a hotel. I cannot tell you how unacceptable the idea of a Norfolk hotel followed by a 6 a.m. American Mechanical was to me. That would have broken me entirely.
And you're the last people getting to the airport in Norfolk, and there's going to be no hotels.
I would have been defeated then, and I don't know what would have happened. But we don't need to know the answer to that because, Marcus. My guy, forever and ever. If you're in Norfolk, look him up. I have an all-star question that we're late to this because it's been all the conversation. And I'm curious because I haven't asked you yet. Miz is an all-star, yes or no?
Oh, man. I've thought about it. I honestly didn't know with all the Phillies deferring. I got up Sunday sitting at the airport and started reading about the Phillies just ripping the whole idea because they wanted one of their pitchers over Miz. He's pitched, 5 games?
25 innings.
25 innings. I've talked about him. When we did SportsCenter, I'm like, this dude's unbelievable. If we're going to do the social media thing, and we know what MLB's problems have been image-wise.
You're nailing this.
I think I don't agree with it. He is.
You and I so often have the same lens that we look through. You're a sport that has lagged behind, although its popularity seems to be increasing this year, which is good. That's great. But what you lack are sort of viral stars and moments, right? And the NFL doesn't need it because they exist on their own level. Everything they do massively rates, massively viral. The NBA leads the world in sort of social media traffic. Like dunks are perfect for that. Guy shakes a dude, person falls down. Doesn't matter if you make the shot or not. Viral moments, those are the fuel in the engine social media-wise. Baseball is searching for someone like this dude who shows up, is electrifying right out of the gates, throws 103 in a short period of time. It's like, oh, this is a guy. And so it's fine if you want someone like that in a game which is just an exhibition. He's going to pitch to 3 batters in an inning, maybe 4 or a little more. If the inning goes longer, probably not. Probably likely to strike a bunch of dudes out. He gets an inning, throws some heat, everyone oohs and ahs, and yeah, that's fine. But I think baseball just needs to say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a special spot for a person just like this, like the viral guy of the moment. Who's now? That.
But they have the commissioner's invite that Kershaw got too. So I'm like,
and I get that also. That's a tip of the cap to a guy, almost a lifetime achievement award. So you're looking at one guy on the back end, one guy just starting. But by no reasonable measure is Christopher Sanchez not an all-star from Philadelphia. 8-2 through 115 innings, ERA 2.5. But what's really cool is what Philadelphia did. They paid him his roster, his contractual all-star bonus. That is how you do it. Organizationally, whatever the number is, and I was not able to find the number, but whatever the number is, they paid it. That's just within the room. That's really how you build loyalty. To say this guy's an all-star, we're gonna pay him as such. But you and I think, agree. He's not an all-star based on what he's done yet, but I get what they're doing, and it doesn't bother me.
It's a lot of pressure on Dave Roberts. He better pitch.
Has to. Give him an inning.
Give it to him early. I know Kershaw's not going to pitch. And that's his 11th. But there was some really cool stuff watching all the stuff like yesterday. I heard
didn't see any Steve. I was in Norfolk.
I heard Ryan Dempster tell a great story. He makes his first All-Star game, and Bobby Cox is the manager, and he's down in the bullpen once like the 4th or 5th inning comes, and the game ends, and he never got in. And he's like, I had the longest. He's like, I walked back from the bullpen, place is empty. I'm walking down the foul line. I didn't get in. My first All-Star game. I don't know if I'm getting back here, whatever. And he's like, I'm walking towards the dugout, and Bobby Cox is at the bottom of the stairs. He says, hey, son, I'm super sorry I couldn't get you in tonight, but you were going to be my extra innings guy. It was a tie game in the 8th. I thought it was going extras, and I was going to use you. And he's like, that moment right there gave me the most verification ever I could ever have. And he's like,
almost better than getting in.
Correct. And he's like, it got me motivated to go back. And then Booney I can't believe that's Boone's first All-Star game managing, because that's the first World Series. Like, all the success that they have, and the Yankees haven't been to the World Series, and hearing him talk about making one, and then like being able to be a team. Like, oh God, who did he say? Oh, he was with the Reds, and La Russa was on the staff, and La Russa was like, I'm so happy we're teammates today. Like, it gave you this sense.
Sure.
And then you hear the stories about, the game that got called in Milwaukee, and none of the players were even there. They already took private jets home. So, like, there is some awesome, awesome stuff. I've never missed an MLB All-Star game in my life. Just because it's always at night, you're on vacation, but you always find time to throw it on. Strawberry back in the day, Whitey Herzog used to play him 9 innings. He got to wear his white cleats. It was my favorite thing in the world. So I'm fired up for tonight because there is a lot of names that people don't know, and baseball has become such a local sport, and the local things are thriving. But last night you saw, O'Neal Cruz. Good Lord, what that guy could do with a baseball bat. And then Big Dumper, like the story, Passan wrote an unbelievable story. I don't know if you get a chance to read that yesterday.
I did. I had some time. I had some time yesterday.
But to see a kid, you don't hear those baseball stories anymore, man. It was his goal. And then the video his dad sent out, and
incredible.
He's 8 years old, and he's got the big round face. Oh,
and then he did it.
He did it. It was cool. And I still feel that when I watch baseball, and that's why I still say the postseason in baseball. I mean, we go back and forth all the time, that or Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It's one pitch, man.
Yeah.
One pitch. So yeah, I'll be tuned in tonight for sure.
I'm with you in the sense that nothing feels as nostalgic to me as just the idea of an all-star game. If as a kid, and you see sometimes people will send out the pictures of the old ballots.
Yep.
And you could go to the stadium and you'd line them up, and you're like, I'm just going to push this
Bunch.
50 times. I'm going to get like a coat hanger, and I'm going to push it through and get a million Eddie Murrays. But then you get them lined up wrong, and you'd screw up the whole batch. But it didn't matter. That ballot was like this sacred thing, and looking for your guy's name on it.
Still remember the writing on it.
Of
like
course.
That fluffy cursive almost.
You can remember exactly what it looked like.
Almost like graffiti.
Some were blue, some were white. That's how you differentiated from position to position. And then you mentioned Strawberry and the white cleats. Eddie got to wear the white cleats.
Yeah.
Like, if you're younger and you're listening, you just looking around like, what are you talking about? You weren't allowed to wear them.
No.
So the fact that you got to wear them, it just looked cool. And it was your guy and your jersey. And Ken Singleton for the Orioles had a home run in Cleveland. Like, this is 40 years plus removed. And I remember it. And that's what baseball all-star games used to represent, that level of connection. And it was, again, it has to do with the difference in time when you listen to games on the radio, and there was so much less to do. But in a time where the NBA All-Star game, guys couldn't even be bothered to try, the NFL Pro Bowl reached a point where finally they realized, maybe we shouldn't have Sean Taylor out here, obliterating guys because he only knows one way to play, and that's full speed. Maybe that doesn't make sense. And I agree that you can't have a postseason game where someone could get injured. This is the one game that's still a game that's played exactly like the game that still feels like it's got real juice, but the aura that it has for older guys like you, and I'm older than you, but people of our age, I think it's different than anything else that there is.
And I believe they're going back to wearing their own uniforms tonight, which is
1,000% they should.
So you'll laugh at this. I got the video game on. I got ESPN's coverage pregame, and I have MLB networks on pregame, and I'm just flicking the volume back. Oh, they got so-and-so's interview. Here, I'll listen to this while I'm playing. And the coverage on MLB Network ends because it goes to ESPN. And all of a sudden, I hear Dave Fleming's voice. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Flem calls the world feed of the All-Star game.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they aired it against and I'm like, oh, I get to watch it. So I had last year's All-Star game, and the uniforms were so bad in Texas. Like, nothing against the people of Texas, love Texas, but those uniforms, they still could be better with the uniforms.
Just wear your team's uniform. Nothing looks cooler when you see them all lined up on the line and everyone's in their uniform.
It's the best,
especially when your team's only got the one guy, and it's like, there's our guy.
Phillies, watch out for them in the second half. They're going to be on a rampage.
I have a bunch of questions for you.
Let's fire away. I'm fully
SEC Media Day.
Yeah.
Some chatter out there about one of your castmates on the Emmy Award-winning College Game Day. Won the Emmy Award as the emerging talent, I believe it was. For those listening, you don't see the look of absolute just dismissal from Stanford Steve.
I went back and listened to McElroy. It was Greg McElroy and Cole Kubelik hosted an awesome radio show.
The line here is Coach Saban done coaching?
And Greg said he heard it from a person that he wouldn't mention it unless he thought a lot of this person. And I don't believe it.
Okay, that's all. That's all. Kirby Smart was asked about it on Tuesday at SEC Media Days, and he said correctly, that's a Miss Terry decision. I believe Miss Terry will just. I mean, Miss Terry and Nick, they have a great partnership, and if Nick woke up one day and said, "Hey, listen, I think I one last thing I need to do," I will say this: that here's what made me ask you, because I'm with you. I think that I knew he'd be great on TV. He took an already great show. I'd say what McAfee, you, and Nick each did individually and then collectively is you take a great show that's been great forever and add new dimensions that makes it what it is, which is the best show that we have at our network. I knew he'd be great at it. But I also know that he came there because, like a lot of coaches that are new to the NIL space, are like, this is mayhem. And it's just the only thing anyone cares about anymore is money. But now that it gets kind of flushed out and everybody knows what it is, you get your settlements, and although these NIL, there's still court issues, which I don't want to turn this into a discussion about that. I wonder, as it gets more figured out, if Nick wouldn't be compelled to take one more swing at it. But I don't know where. Exactly. That's the question. You've been at Alabama. You've been at LSU. Where? That's the part. Answer that part. I don't have an answer.
No.
All right, I'll stop talking.
All right.
I'll stop talking.
Before you get to the other questions.
Yes.
Are you ready for the 60 seconds?
No, I know Gordo's waiting. He can wait.
Okay.
He's 3-8 this year. Sorry, Gordo. Just throw a lipper in the mezzanine and just wait for a minute. Are you at all interested? We've reached the summer content season where stories like Nick Saban might not be done coaching. I heard that, and I'm not knocking McElroy, actually.
To Greg's credit, he said this is going to go crazy, but they had Feinbaum on, and that's what you're going to ask Feinbaum.
Of course, but I'm paying attention because it's Greg.
It was instant.
Of course it
online.
Was. Okay, so we've reached that part of its summer content season. Where does LeBron James play storyline interest you at all?
Not 1 second.
It's rare. It does me. It interests me.
Right now.
It does. Right now I have to figure out how to recruit in the college video game, and I understand you can help me with that.
Oh, we'll get to that.
We're 5-1. We have 0 committed recruits.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't. Lost in the gun in the rain at home in the snake pit against Washington. It was a bad game. Hey, they beat us on a field goal. We have no commits. I don't understand.
Get there.
I don't get what I'm doing wrong. It interests me, and here's why. Because the number of athletes in our lifetime that have been in the greatest of all time conversation is relatively small, although a lot of people use GOAT, I think, incorrectly. GOAT means greatest of all time. People call a really great player a GOAT. Well, you're just saying a great, not greatest of all time. Handful are in that conversation. But it is amazing how few get the dismount right, as my friend Mike Tirico used to say in our brief time doing radio together. And it's a great point. Like, how many true greats get the dismount right, where the end is just sort of you glide to a stop and gracefully exit the stage? It just mostly doesn't happen. And it's amazing how often people don't think of Michael Jordan in a Wizards uniform. That's where he ended his run as a Wizard. I don't even know who Shaquille O'Neal's last team was. I don't know. There was Phoenix, there was Cleveland, there was Boston. I have absolutely no idea who the last team was. No idea. We could probably look it up and I'll get the answer for you here. But Emmitt Smith was a Cardinal. Jerry Rice was a Seahawk and a Raider and a
Bronco.
Right. Wait, you don't even remember these things. And so the end, every player reaches even the best of all time reach a point where who you've been is no longer how you're viewed in terms of what you are valued moving forward. So Luka's the guy for the Lakers moving forward. I think everyone understands that. And the Lakers, by the way, have done plenty for LeBron when they drafted your son. You won a title in the bubble. People could diminish it. No one gives a shit. They count it, and they should. They won a title. But to reach the place where an all-time great is seen as like, we're going to reach a point where you opt in, and that's it, man. And the fact that there are teams trying to ponder bringing him in at his 53 or whatever it is $1 million salary, and then what do you have to give to get him? That's the question. That interests me. And I get, maybe you're saying time of the year, it doesn't. I just think for one of the all-time greats, and it was interesting. I spoke a week ago to the University of Maryland's basketball team, and I asked them, and I knew where we were going to go. I was like, all right, how many of y'all think Michael Jordan's the best? A couple. Any Kobe? By the way, Kobe, Laker, like a rare guy that the run was with one. Maybe one Kobe. Everybody else said LeBron, and I get it. They grew up with LeBron. Not a wrong answer. Just kind of, I understand why you say that. But this is how this generation views him. And if you reach a place where it's like Lakers are like, it just says that there's no one that gets to dictate the terms in the end the way they want. or very, very, very few. That part is interesting. And I'll say on a completely different level, because I'm not them, but our business is the same, where it reaches a point where, like, hey, you were a guy? Not anymore. So I always try to remember the old line, leave the party 15 minutes early rather than 15 minutes late. Man, most people hang out one drink too many, and then they got to call you an Uber. And if you're in Norfolk, there's no Uber there. At least not to go to Bethesda. It is open. No bid for you on that storyline for the moment. That's fine.
No,
Okay.
I don't have.
That's fine.
We're in it now, and I did cringe because whenever I think of NBA, I think of NHL, and I saw a bottom line yesterday.
Triple header.
October 7th. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
There you go. It is Open Championship week.
Yeah, some say the best week of the year.
Oh, you know what? I got to go get the trophy. I'm supposed to have the trophy. I don't have the trophy. I'm going to let you welcome him in, and you can explain to him the terms of engagement.
Hold on. Is he at Bristol? Is he clocking today? Gordo, welcome.
What's up, guys? How's everybody's summer been?
How have the loops been? You been walking towards units?
We have compiled a massive amount of units after last week.
Outstanding.
All right. The rule is you get one double hammer. I've already established what the record was earlier. You have 60 seconds to explain your guaranteed lock of the most predictable sport, double hammer.
You want the singles first or just the double?
No, double.
Lead with the
All
good
right, well,
stuff.
Scott,
Yeah.
we're not reinventing the wheel here. I think he could probably guess what's coming within 4 guesses. And Scott, we got 1 double and 2 singles this week, and if at least 2 of them don't hit, you can block my number, and it's totally fine.
I'm never doing that. I'm never doing
Xander
that.
top 20 plus 140, 15 units.
Have we ever had a 15-unit double hammer?
That's what it is, Steve.
All right.
They're all 15.
This one just feels like a lot more.
I love it. Xander last week in the Scottish Open, just hanging around, and then bang, there he is. Comes Sunday. I'll quote Tirico again, leaderboard gravity. Others fall back. The greatness ascends. You had Scheffler there not doing a lot, top 10. You had Xander there, top 10. So top 20 Xander double hammer.
Plus 140, which is unfair considering he's had 13 in the last 14 majors. There's really not much more to be said there. 92%.
Okay.
I didn't know you could do laundry at work.
Yeah, what's that noise?
Is that your air conditioning? That's how loud it is?
No, we're in building 3 right now in Bristol. We're working days.
I see the bridge behind you.
Right.
I don't miss walking across that.
We got single hammers?
Go ahead.
Yes. All right. Top 40 parlay, Tyrrell Hatton, Sam Burns, plus 180.
I hate the parlay.
I know.
I love Tyrrell Hatton.
All right, how about this? If the single hammers lose, no more parlays allowed in 2026.
I would just say if the single hammers lose, we'll take the first 2 majors off from parlays.
What if you go if you go 0 for 3, will you shave your head?
No. Nor should you.
Or you all right, how about 0 for 3, you have to be clean shaven, shave every day for a month.
Sure.
0 for 3.
Sure.
What's the last single hammer?
Make the cut parlay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Plus 1.
Go ahead.
Plus 108. Hang with me, Scott.
I'm trying.
Russell Henley. And welcome to the program, Ryan Fox.
Foxy.
A lot of guys on Foxy.
He started off well. He was 4 under first round
longest
Scottish Open, then he struggled. Go ahead. Third longest what?
Third longest active made cut streak in majors. It goes Xander 14, Scottie 13, Ryan Fox 10.
Didn't he have to win Myrtle to get in somewhere?
He did. He had to win Myrtle to get into the PGA.
And then didn't Henley cost us a double hammer at PGA?
Henley cost us a double hammer at the Masters because there was a very underreported wrist issue, which was a bummer.
Well, you need to get your
sources
source
right.
game straight. So
Xander cost us a double hammer at the PGA. This is the only time in the last 14 majors he hasn't finished top 20 for two reasons. One, he got screwed by the weather and the wave that Saturday.
Mudball.
Two, it was his first major as the reigning champion. So he had way more obligations than he was used to. That played a small factor. It's why he finished one off. This is obviously his second time entering major as a reigning champion. Now he knows what to expect.
All right. So in review, double hammer 15 unit plays, Xander top 20, and single hammers on. You say it again, I get confused. There's too many fucking things involved.
Tyrrell Hatton, Sam Burns top 40, plus 175,
and make the cut parlay on Foxy and Henley.
I love Hatton.
All right. Gordo, that's it. We're going to leave it here. We're not getting involved at FRLs. We're just going to focus on the hammers.
Good luck.
Tom McKibben, FRL, and Johnny Axelson. 400-1 from Denmark. That's all I say.
I heard McIntyre talking about, what's his name, McKibben?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says
they
the
love
truth.
him over there. He is.
I love it.
Hello.
We'll get up early. We'll be watching from Portrush. I know you'll be locked in there in the caddy shack. Run to the units, Gordo. We love you.
All right. Enjoyed it. Enjoy the hammers. We'll see you.
All right. Yeah. There he is. Gordo, ladies and gentlemen. Parlays. Couple of parlays, Steve. Not your favorite.
No.
Not your favorite.
It's hard enough to win, and then we're going to go parlays.
Parlays. I mean, you're adding levels to this. You're adding more wins, and there's just so many. I love Open Championship Week. I always tell people it's the greatest championship in the sport, and then people look at you sideways, and then I'll ask, have you been to them all? Because I have. Walking through countryside in Scotland or Ireland, England, oldest championship, they invented the game. You just tip your cap. You just acknowledge what it is. Is it my favorite place? No, I love going there. Augusta National's my favorite place to go in the game. But the Open Championship, amazing to go. Shout to Sam Torrance. Tell the story for the 1,000th time. 7 a.m. Troon. I believe it's Henny Otto hitting a tee shot. Might have been out with Sam the evening before. It might have been late. Watching on the Beeb. Tee shot is hit. Complete silence. You hear the sound of the ball hit the green, which I believe woke Sam up. And Sam said, that's useful. Useful. It wasn't useful. It just seemed like the thing to say. It's useful. Useful shots. Proper shots. Different roars over there. There'll be people on the board early you've never heard of. So maybe the guy that Gordo said, whoever FRL, could be. There have been some people you just never heard of. But come Sunday, it'll be a name you know.
Okay. Where does Portrush rank in the...
Never been.
Really?
Nope, never been. In the Rhoda, it had not been part of it.
The old Rhoda.
So I've never been to Portrush. It's a blind spot for me. I can't weigh in with any authority at all.
I believe it's a drive from Dublin. So
you're the insider. You were most recently in Dublin.
Good luck finding ice.
Fine. It's just going to be a rainy week there. It typically is.
Yeah, I can't wait because you guys do your trip.
Par 3 tournament.
Hopefully we can get on the course this week.
We'll see.
But yeah, I can't wait because Friday you guys go golf and I just sit there and watch it all day. And it's fantastic. I am fired up because there's plenty of storylines, and that's what's awesome. Also, Gordo did point out that's why single hammers are parlay. That's why parlays are single hammers.
I see. Okay.
Take
Whatever,
that.
dude. Just win your double hammer.
Take that.
Scottie Scheffler met with the press this morning.
Oh.
You were referencing that.
5 minutes of just honesty?
Yeah.
Why do we do this for 2 minutes? It's pretty crazy to hear him talk about it.
Yeah, like how much you want to win, how it's It's a joy to live out his dreams and do what he does. But when you win, you're happy for 2 minutes, and then it's what do you eat for dinner? And I'd rather be a good husband and a good father than a good player.
But he loves to practice. He loves getting up early.
I thought he talked in circles, and he's like, am I making sense? And I'd say yes. I think it's just sort of, it's like the juxtaposition of, I love to do this. I love to grind. I love that I get to live out my dreams. I love it. But then when you win, it's like, yeah, I'd rather go be with my family. Like it's, and that's him. Then he comes back to the question, why do we do this? You're the only one that can answer that one, my man.
It's really, really interesting.
But he made the point about getting to be number one in the world. Like a guy I know very well, a guy that's been a friend for, my God, 30 years, David Duvall. He worked as hard as you can, got to number one, and I believe I'm framing this accurately, and David can correct me if I'm wrong, but he got to number one and took a look at all that was his and was like, this is it. And it didn't feel as fulfilling to him as he thought it would. Then got married, became a dad, and that was. And it's like, David was that guy.
Oh.
I mean, when he was right, he was as good as anybody for that period of time. Then he got injured, which is his whole other thing. But I think David lived that. Like, got to number one, thought it would feel like one thing, didn't. And I thought it was really interesting to hear Scottie, who's been number one now for a long period of time, just say, yeah, I like it.
Can you find a Euro that would say Augusta is better than winning the Open Championship?
No. I think they'd all tell you it's great because they all love it. I mean, everyone loves Augusta National. And when you're there standing under the oak tree and you're like, all right, do me a favor, close your eyes, picture you're at Muirfield, it's 58 and it's pissing sideways. Is that better than this? At that moment, breeze blowing through the Georgia pines, they'd say, no, this is it. This is it. But if you're from Europe, understanding the claret jug, the history of the game, I think that the answer is yes, you could find someone that would, but it would be an overwhelming majority that would say that they covet the Open Championship and the claret jug more so than any other event.
All right.
I believe that to be true. What's better about Augusta National is if you're Sandy Lyle or Nick Faldo or Jose Maria Olazabal.
Maybe Danny Willett thinks it.
Keep it coming, Danny Willett. You get to spend Sergio. Thank you. Keep them coming. You get to spend every April for the rest of your life in Augusta, Georgia. And there's, to quote Wright Thompson, slip on a jacket to remind you who you were as a younger man in the best week of your life. That's about right. That's Augusta's a whole different vibe, man.
Yeah,
which makes it singular. But Open Championship's awesome. Nothing more fun than waking up early, turning it on.
Nothing.
It's hard, though, if you're me, because I'm a late-night guy, so you're like, you want to stay up and start watching, but if you start watching now, you're kind of into it. Then now you're into it. Now you're going. But we'll be keeping an eye on it Thursday and Friday, weather permitting, if we can get out there and not defend a cup, not defending it, because what's mine can never be taken from me. But
where were you when you sent that glorious text? Were you sitting at the Jacksonville airport?
Oh, what, to the group?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was fantastic.
I just letting the group know it's been an honor to serve as the champion. You know?
Waiting on a delivery for the trophy so people could see it.
Did I go get it?
No. Somebody's going to bring it up.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, we need to show that proud piece of hardware. I think I've mentioned it here. I stopped sending the picture to Scottie Scheffler to say, I know you won a lot of tournaments, but you know what? You didn't win this. Then after about the third time after he won another tournament, like, how many times are you going to send this? Every time you win something that isn't this. I finally stopped. No need to be annoying about it.
You only have like 3 more days. Unless.
I was going to say.
You feel good? You felt great last year.
Yeah, we've had some good mat sessions. Swing. That's the key. Like whoever wins the Open and whoever wins Friday and lose, it's going to be who makes putts. It's really all it boils down to.
Make your putts.
Shout out to Grand Lake, by the way.
I was just going to get to that.
This was a gift from the Thunder when we were out in Oklahoma City. My Oklahoma roots in Miami and Grand Lake. And I got this handsome T-shirt, which has a picture of a camper bus, a jet ski, and a bass, although it should be a crappie. I don't believe that's a crappie. You ever fish for a crappie with a bamboo pole and a bobber? I have.
Delivery.
Here we go. Special delivery.
Hello.
Hi, Lila. Thanks, sweetheart. You're welcome. Oh, it's heavy.
There it is.
That's heavy, Steve.
Only a couple more days.
Or
you go win it again.
Well, we'll see. Red's very interesting.
Yeah, he's going to put his smell on there.
Okay. Well, this handsome keepsake has been residing in the office since last year, and we'll just have to see. Again, we talk on a Tuesday, just now past noon. I assume it's going to be biblical rains coming this afternoon. So before that happens, we'll get out there and continue to fine tune. You can overwork, Steve. Don't want to overwork, because just like Scottie, 2 minutes after I won.
Did you think about all the guys getting work in though while you were delayed yesterday?
I will say that a day spent sitting in the terminal, I'm like, people are working.
It was so bad,
and I'm not.
We were at the pool. And all of a sudden, it was thunder, and I live probably less than 2 miles from my house. Before we got out of the car, like we left immediately, before I got out of the car at my house. Red, don't do that.
Red, don't destroy the Ansonia shirt. Hey, Red.
Please.
Okay, a little respect. Come here. A little respect. Put some respect on the Chargers. Come on. No. No. Okay. No.
Right.
Okay, here, I'm going to...
There we go.
There we go. All right.
Champions.
Before you got home?
Less than 2 miles. It was pouring. And, I had to go check the gutters in the middle of the rain because I didn't think it was raining that hard. Gutters were fine. It was raining that hard.
You're gutter checking?
It was a flood. You know how it looked like, oh, God, those are filled. And then you're going to start losing the drains. Can't do that. It was that bad.
Oh, I know. I was driving from fucking Norfolk. Dad, can you see? Not really. Not the right answer.
All right. Important things.
Okay.
Do you want to know how to recruit?
Yes. Before we go, the last time we talked, you had taken Texas Tech to the title game, lost to Penn State.
Yep.
Then Auburn.
Won the title.
Bang. War Eagle.
Yep. And now I was deciding between Notre Dame and Texas A&M. And so I went because I wanted to see the road game and how good Miami was. Because I beat Miami in the national championship with Auburn, and I beat Miami in the semis the year before. So I was like, Miami's got to be legit. Let's check out what they got.
Sure.
Bring to the table. Let's play against them. So we are in the middle of Notre Dame on a title run. Let me just tell you, Mr. Love is the real deal in that game. You have running backs, and then you get
running backs.
Yeah. And I expect the Heisman Trophy. So
the gameplay with all the plays, extra plays, I'm starting to find. I'm early in season 1 in College Park, and you start finding some plays that you can become your go-tos. There's some running plays.
Oh, there's plenty of running plays.
Love them.
The thing I haven't dove into yet is when you have a guy catching the snap that can run, because there's a lot of quarterback runs. And I'm deathly afraid of losing a quarterback.
I'm afraid of it. And last year's gameplay, if your quarterback ran and you didn't slide correctly, he was just going to fumble anytime he got
I still
hit.
don't know how to slide, and I keep diving. I got to figure that out. Maybe that's another reason I get scared of running with the quarterback.
Maybe figure that out.
Interceptions are down for now, which is good. Throw over the line of scrimmage way too much. I like the old video games where you couldn't even do it. You just ran, the passing things came down.
Little LOS awareness,
yeah,
Steve. Work on that.
When you're Notre Dame's offensive line is fantastic. I will say that. And CJ Carr, watch out, sling it. And Notre Dame's receivers are miles better than they were last year.
What this is for you is just like what I say fantasy is for me covering the NFL. It's playing this game is a great way for you to remind yourself and learn about who are going to be some difference makers this year in college football. I mean,
the hardest thing is you got to put the names to the numbers.
Yeah, but that's
everybody's at a different place. It's really hard.
I didn't think about that.
It's really hard.
That is true.
So when you know your guys, you're going to remember those names and numbers. So spreading the wealth. I think Notre Dame will be fine at tight end.
Okay.
So recruiting.
I need to know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. So you know how you go into recruiting. First off, offer everybody.
I do.
Okay. And then you're going to run out of point. I scout everybody too at the beginning. I scout everybody to a T. And there's a way. Do you want to be a motivator or a recruiter? I've chosen motivator because you could get to you can unlock recruiter faster. Okay. So then when you get into the recruiting, there's the screen where you see who you're going up against. Then there's the recruiting, your actions. What are you going to take? Like where you could schedule a visit.
Of course.
And
friends and family. Throw the house. I'm familiar.
Throw the house at whoever you want.
Right.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
All right. When you get to the next week, you check it where you are. You could take away.
Throw the house.
Yes.
I know.
Whole triangle.
Right. I know.
Just switch it up or send the house again. But you have to do that action because they want to see your activities. You can't just send the house on guy in week 1 and think you're going to leave it till week 4 because you're going to open up the full cell, half cell, full cell. You see those things on the bottom?
Yes.
Switch that up because then you could still get right now I have 50 because we're not elite recruiter. But you got to take the 50s away and reassess them.
I understand that.
And you want to get guys on visits as soon as possible.
So you're saying you want the on-campus visits early, like week 6 and 7?
If you could get 4 and 5, get that.
Yeah, but then if they don't commit, then you're screwed.
But you got to be high enough, and that's where you could dice it up early enough to get those guys and cut their top 3 in half. If you're the leader at top 3 and you got a visit plan like the next week or 2, you're cooking with gas. Because the other key is I haven't done it yet, but I was saying if you finagle your schedule where you play some big games for those visits, like big league games, and you win and a blowout is considered 17 points or more, that's a big-time visit. You get a lot more points for that on the visit. Visits are big. You can't ever lose on a visit.
I think I lost on a visit. Maybe
you go.
That could have been it. I don't know. I'm just navigating, Steve.
I never knew you could take away the 50 every week.
I did know that.
Reassess it.
Okay.
And you'll start getting them.
So there you go. Stanford Steve's recruiting tips.
Yeah. Notre Dame, interesting schedule early on, but I said they win week 1, they're going to go undefeated.
That's at Miami on a Sunday night, ABC.
Yep. And then they come home.
What? Don't let the boys from DeKalb sneak in there.
No. They're off the schedule.
Oh, that's week 2. They're in Maryland this year.
Oh, really?
But
then they get A&M at home. Big one.
Yep.
Shout for A&M.
All right.
They might be the next team.
Play with them.
Yeah. What else we got?
I don't know. My
shout out Twellman.
Played great.
Unbelievable. That guy, he knows how to do it. Couldn't be happier for him. And of course, what were his numbers?
I believe he hit 37 greens in a row in regulation. I was texting with him. I said, "You're going to win that tournament." He just didn't make a putt.
Second year, Pavelski won in his 8th or 9th, I think. Feels like guys got to get
acclimated to the Tahoe
correct.
life.
Yeah, and our guy Sands, he zipped through that scoreboard. That's a professional job. Avoiding all the
he's a network
people that weren't there to golf.
He's a network broadcaster. He understands how to do it. I'm just a cable.
Yeah, but Twellman was awesome. Pavelski, good Lord, that guy could play.
Those hockey guys celebrated like hockey guys. What a shock.
Unreal.
I'm trying to picture them in Tahoe. I'm imagining it's a pretty healthy marriage.
South Lake, it gets loose. I want to ask you how you think you pronounce this city.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Kowligda.
KOW.
L.
Uh-huh.
Kowaliga.
Can I look at it?
Yeah.
That looks like Coaliga.
That's what I said. And we go to the Coaliga restaurant, and I'm like, ma'am, I just want to ask you, we're here for the week in Alabama. It's fantastic. How do you say this Coaliga? She's like, oh, that's Collaja. I'm like,
Collaja.
Collaja. Southern tip of Lake Martin. Spectacular. The houses, you wouldn't believe it, how big it is.
So the real estate in Collaja, serious.
Unbelievable. Like I got buddies. McElroy's got houses up in the northern part. We never made it up there.
How many is your crew? How many was it?
Well, we had 5 this year.
Okay.
We had 5 this year, but Lake Martin was fantastic.
Down in Collaja.
Down in Collaja. Warmest. Had some Conecuh sausage. Ever heard of it? Very good.
Okay.
But
Collaja. Hank Williams Jr. had a song called Collaja.
Exactly. And that's what she said. You ever heard of Hank Williams?
How about me pulling that? You didn't have that on my bingo card. I know how it goes.
Yeah. I had heard it when I put it on in the car when we walked out of the restaurant. Warmest lake I've ever been in.
Like, to the point that it felt like I don't necessarily want to be in this water because it feels like maybe like soup.
So I get
pee.
I get out of the fly to Birmingham, about a 70, 80-mile drive. I'm driving, speeding ticket. Got off because I changed lanes in front of a cop. I had one of the PI cars. He got me with like the blue lights.
Did you romance your way out of it?
No. He gave me a break because he only gave me switching lanes without a signal instead of the speeding.
Shout out
Harpersville.
Okay.
Head
on a swivel in Harpersville.
So we got an awesome house on a cove in the lake, and I'm like, water looks pristine. I'm like, I'm going for a swim. Such a good swim. No wakes, no waves, nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is bath water. And I'm going out there. I get out to about half mile, come back, and a couple of guys are showing up at the house. They're come down to the docks, and I get out of the water, and it's like 10 minutes later, and I'm dripping in sweat. And I'm like, guys, I hope the lake's a little cooler than this cove. And it was. It got to the refreshing point. The breeze as you're driving on the boat, obviously fantastic. But it was the landing spot was a spot a bunch of spots on the lake you could stop, grab a bite to eat.
I have a question about
a couple studs
or a lot.
Presidente. Haven't had that beer since my honeymoon. Oh,
what water is more scary, lake/pond water or the ocean?
Swimming? Ocean.
See, I get in the ocean, and I'm in the waves in Bethany, and whatever, there's a horseshoe crab. Doesn't bother me. You get me out in a lake in friggin' Lake Martin /Collaja. There's snapping turtles, snakes, crocodiles, God only knows what. You can't see it. It's murky mud. Oh, my God. That water, pond/lake water, is full freak out for me.
Not a lake guy.
Can't do it.
Oh, love the lake.
Now, if I'm in a lake where it's clearer and I can kind of see a little bit of what's in it, all right.
What's your water temp?
I prefer a cold like
Tahoe.
Yes. Give me something like that. You give me a steamy, humid dragonfly, mosquito, turtle, snake, forget it.
And that's the other thing. No bugs. I swear to God.
There's no way Collaja, Alabama, there weren't bugs the size of a pterodactyl.
None.
None.
In fact, one of the guys who might have drank a whole bottle of Ocho tequila said 75 times, wow, no bugs. And it was a joke the whole week because that was the first and only thing he said his first couple hours. But his senses might have been enhanced.
Numb.
Or enhanced.
Right.
No bugs, dude. Not one. I mean, I am crystal clear. Fantastic spot. And the houses, again, are incredible. If you got a chance, get down there.
So we're creatures of habit with our group. We've gone to the same adjacent beach town for 100 years, and we'll always do it. I thought we would have aged out decades ago. We haven't. Do you pick your spot for next year at the spot this year?
Yeah.
So are you allowed to tell us where's next year?
I believe we're crossing the border up north.
Toronto?
No.
Nova Scotia? Banff?
Lake outs. I can't remember. Not Lake Summit. It begins with an S.
Near Montreal?
Yes. Crossing the border.
Okay.
This is 14 years.
Love it.
14 different spots, and we've gotten there. But SEC country, oh boy, they're ready.
They're ready to go.
They're ready.
You know what? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
That's
the SEC.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Did you see Brian Kelly talking about Death Valley?
I did.
I'm going to that game.
There's nothing quite like this next month or whatever, because it's dog years, it's microwave minutes. It takes forever to creep by.
Yeah. And
that's why the game helps, having a game.
And to that point, I found it interesting. A lot of the coaches, anonymous coaches in the Big 12, said Texas Tech was the best team money could buy. A lot of people feel that way about LSU.
They spent a ton in the portal.
You know, the last time they did that.
Uh-huh.
They didn't lose.
Understood.
And Tim Murray, a guy in Vegas, does a pod. I did it yesterday, and he's like, give me your thoughts on LSU. You're a big fan. You know the people down there. I said, I love LSU this year, just not week one.
Well, that's the key. And they've been...
Ooh, Tigers on Tigers.
I don't feel like bad's the right word, because they've lost games where they weren't bad. They just weren't as good as the team they played. Does that make sense? Like, they didn't go lay an egg. Like, for instance, Clemson played Georgia a couple years ago and got absolutely boat raced. They've lost to USC in a close one. Who they lose to in Orlando in that close game?
That was Florida State
right?
The year before. Yeah,
right?
0-4. You know,
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying, like, it's almost worse the way they've lost, because it's like they played good enough where you thought at times they were going to win those games.
Last year was the one.
Correct.
Last year they couldn't stop SC when you needed to stop, but then that's been the problem with LSU. But on top of that, LSU people get very, possessive.
Oh, okay.
So Joe Burrow wins a Heisman, you get a national championship.
Mm-hmm.
They, I believe, are still upset that Daniels' year wasted winning the Heisman and couldn't get in the playoff. And I'm like, he got knocked out at Alabama.
And their defense wasn't good enough.
I mean, he was pulling rabbits out of hats. So very, very, very interesting. That week, he also, Tim and I went through a predicted week one winners.
Oh, for me?
I already know it, yeah. You know what I think? Because we're going to be at the U.S. Open. We have to do a winners at the U.S. Open. No, the games start the next Thursday.
I think we're on Thursday after a game.
Yeah, but you're going to want some Thursday, yeah.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
A rare.
Oh, give the people at the
Flushing
US
Meadows.
Yeah,
dropping bombs in Queens.
That'd be unbelievable.
All right, I'll contemplate it.
You got to start looking at the schedule.
All right,
I know you have a championship.
I was going to say right now. Well, first, what we have to do is I need to return a rental car, because I got it. Marcus helped me out, but I got to return the vehicle. Then after that,
far?
We're just going down to National. I don't have to take it back to Norfolk.
Okay. All right.
And then we'll get a little mat time in. Only 2 days left, and then we'll be out early Thursday and Friday. Again, weather permitting. I've got to stop looking at the weather. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, and
yep.
Dewey is different than Potomac.
I'm aware. I know what place to put in to check the weather.
Right now, 40%.
40% chance of rain. That means scattered.
Relay carnival tonight. You want to talk about mayhem?
Ooh,
we got 3 girls in the same. 3 girls are in the same race.
Really?
Yeah.
It's coming down to it. We've had a lot of rainouts.
Yeah. We were fortunate to make one up, and took our first L. Shout out Darnestown. But
you call it? Did you say Darnestown?
Darneston?
Darnestown.
Darnestown?
Yeah, Darnestown. Not Darneston.
Darneston. You just.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Darnestown with a W. There's a place called Darnestown.
The great deli there at Gemelli's that I go, or Gemelli's. I don't know. I can't pronounce anything. I know how to pronounce collagen.
Hell yeah.
Some Conecuh sausage.
No bugs.
No bug. I'm serious.
Shout out to Marcus.
What a lifesaver.
Be a hero. You could be someone that tells
costs
lies.
The same.
Right? Costs the same. Be a hero, comma. I don't know. I don't think it costs the same. I think heroes deserve more.
Oh.
See y'all in a week. We'll see if we still have this trophy sitting around somewhere.
Big recap.
Yep, big recap coming. Open. We'll see how the Hammers go. And
good luck, my man. I know not one other person in that group's rooting for you, but I am.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're rooting against me this year?
Oh.
Is that right?
Oh, you should see the side threads.
That's good. That's good. Chirping?
A lot of chirping.
Rooting against me. You know what?
The defending champ has to give strokes.
Bullshit. Some guy that's a 4 is going to cry for shut up. You'll get nothing and like it. I'll play you even like we always do. Give me a break. I didn't want strokes from you when you're clearly better. But
can these out-of-towners play? Got a couple sponsorship exemptions coming in
hot.
Boston and Las Vegas.
I think Vegas can play, but I don't know that. I think the heat and humidity may.
He's already talking about the humidities.
The heat's not the issue when you're from Vegas, but that humidity is a little bit. There's a thickness, and also there are bugs.
I'm. Yeah. There's
you know
also
what?
intake.
Oh yeah. Limitless. Limitless. I mean, truly limitless. I'm excited to know that there's a bullseye.
Oh, big one. Might be the biggest ever in the history of the tournament.
Good.
Alliances formed.
Good.
A couple guys coming out with white sleeves. You seen the new sleeves?
I don't care.
All right.
Play nude. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference. See you on the tee Friday morning or afternoon, depending on what time we get out there.
Careful.
Have a good week. We'll see you all on the other side.